Hello everyone, I am Assistant Professor SB Shedai from Agricultural Engineering Department, and this is the first session of SC 217. But this is the second topic of SC 217. First topic will be covered in lectures of GE 206, okay, because this topic is common for both practical and theory, okay. So let's start with the first definition, that is greenhouse. What is meant by greenhouse? Greenhouse is a framed or an inflated structure covered with a transparent or transparent material in which crops could be grown under the conditions of at least partially controlled environment, and which is large enough to permit the persons to work within it to carry out different cultural operations. As we know that there are different variety of greenhouses according to the region and requirements, okay. It is a framed or inflated structure covered with transparent or transparent material. Again, there are different types of transparent or transparent materials, again according to the requirements, okay. And in these structures the crops are grown under the controlled condition, at least partially controlled conditions, okay. Now which condition is controlled in the greenhouse, like temperature, humidity, etc., okay. So in short, in greenhouses different environmental factors are controlled for the proper growth of the crops, okay. Now history of the greenhouse. The growing of off-season cucumbers under the transparent stone for the emperor of Tiberius in the 1st century is the earliest reported protected agriculture, okay. After that, the technology was rarely employed during the next 15 years, and in the 16th century glass laterns, then bale jars and hotbeds covered with glass were used to protect the horticultural crops against the cold, okay. Then in the 17th century, low portable wooden frames covered with an oiled transparent paper were used to warm the plant environment, okay. After that, the first greenhouse in the 17th used glass on one side only as a sloping roof, okay. And later in the same century, glass was used on the both sides. Then glass houses were used for the fruit crops such as melons, grapes, peaches and strawberries, and rarely for the vegetable production, okay. And protected agriculture was fully established with the introduction of polyethylene after the World War II, okay. This is important. Protected agriculture was fully established with the introduction of polyethylene after the War II, okay, World War II. Then the first use of polyethylene as a greenhouse cover was in 1948 by the Professor Emery Mears Emmert at the University of Kentucky at USA. Next point, that is greenhouse effect. In general, the percentage of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere in percentage, that is about 0.0345, okay, and in ppm, that is about 345 ppm, okay. ppm means parts per million, okay. But due to the emission of different pollutants, exhaust gases into the atmosphere, the percentage of carbon dioxide increases, okay, which forms a blanket in the outer atmosphere, okay. So what happens, this causes the entrapping of the reflected solar radiation from Earth's surface, and due to this the atmospheric temperature increases, causing global warming, and that results into the melting of ice cap and rise in the ocean levels, which results in the submergence of the coastal lines, okay. And this phenomenon of increase in the ambient temperature due to the formation of the blanket of carbon dioxide is known as greenhouse effect. What is meant by carbon dioxide? You should know this definition. Greenhouse effect, okay. This is the total view or total concept of greenhouse effect, okay. Then the greenhouse covering material acts in the similar way. Okay, so greenhouse material like polyethylene material, some plastic sheets, etc. Okay, some glazing, different types of glazing materials are also used as a covering material. Okay, we will learn about in later sessions. Okay, so that materials also acts as a same way. Okay, and as it is transparent to short wave radiation and opaque to long wave radiation. Okay, so short wave radiations that comes from the sun, okay, that can easily pass through that transparent material which is used as a covering material for the greenhouse, but long wave radiations could not pass through that material. Okay, this is the phenomenon or the property of that covering material. Okay, and during the daytime the short wave radiations enters into the greenhouse and get reflected from the ground surface, and these reflected radiations becomes long wave radiations. Okay, and we know that long wave radiations cannot easily pass through the transparent material or covering material that is used in the greenhouse. Okay, so what will happen is entrapped inside the greenhouse by the covering material, and this causes the increase in the greenhouse temperature. Okay, and it is desirable effect from the point of view of the crop growth in the cold regions. Okay, now the next point, advantages of the greenhouses. There are many advantages of the greenhouses. So let's see the first one, growing the crops under the controlled environment. Okay, we know that we can grow the crops under the environment, under the controlled environment in case of greenhouses. Okay, and next advantage is that throughout the year 4 to 5 crops can be grown in the greenhouse due to the availability of the required plant environmental conditions. Okay, also this result in the increase in productivity of the crops. Okay, then superior quality produce can be obtained because there is controlled environment conditions. Okay, and as they are grown under the suitably because they are grown under the suitably controlled environment. Then gadgets for the efficient use of various inputs like water, fertilizer, seeds and plant protection chemicals can be well maintained in the greenhouse in case of automatic greenhouse. Okay, after that effective control of pest then disease is possible at the growing area is enclosed. Okay, and then the percentage of the germination of seeds is high in greenhouse because the controlled environmental conditions. Okay, then the acclimatization of the plantlets of the tissue culture techniques can be carried out in the greenhouse. Okay, what it means the acclimatization of the plantlets of the tissue culture, the process of changing to suit different conditions of the life or weather, etc. Okay, then agricultural and horticultural crop production schedules can be planned effectively to take the advantages of the market needs. Okay, this is also major use of the greenhouses. Then different types of growing mediums like peat mass, vermiculture, rice hulls and compost that are used in intensive agriculture can be effectively utilized in the greenhouse. Okay, then export quality produce meeting the international standards can be produced in a greenhouse. Then when the crops are not grown, drying and related operations of the harvested produce can be taken up by utilizing the entrapped heat in the greenhouse. Okay, then greenhouses are suitable for the automation of irrigation, then application of other inputs and environmental controls by using the computers and artificial intelligence techniques. Okay, and last one, that is self-employment for the educated youth on farm can be increased. Okay, these are the advantages of the greenhouses. Now the next point, classification of greenhouses. There are the different types of greenhouses. So let's see the one by one. So first major class is that greenhouse types accepted by the government of Maharashtra. So those greenhouses are classified into three groups. So first one, that is GH1, GH2 and GH3. Okay, then second major class, that is greenhouse type based on a shape. Okay, so first one, that is lean type greenhouse, then even span type greenhouse, uneven span type of greenhouse, ridge and furrow type greenhouse, sawtooth type greenhouse, then quonset greenhouse. Then next, that is greenhouse type based on utility, greenhouses for active heating, then greenhouses for active cooling. Okay, then greenhouse type based on construction. So first one, that is wooden frame structure, then pipe frame structure, truss frame structures, etc. Okay, and last type, that is major type based greenhouse type based on covering material. So glass greenhouses, plastic film greenhouses, rigid panel greenhouses, etc. Okay, now let's see the details of all these type of greenhouses one by one. So first type of greenhouse, that is GH1, and this is accepted by the Maharashtra of government of the Maharashtra. So GH1 greenhouses are partially controlled, then which is provided with open ventilator, and cooling is affected through the ventilation, that is the difference of temperature gradient inside and outside. Okay, and there are two types of ventilators are used: side ventilators for single span structure and top ventilators for the multi-span structures. Okay, single span structures means like this, and multi-span structures means like this. Okay, then normally ventilated structures, and next type, that is GH2. Those are completely controlled, no ventilators are provided here, and the temperature is controlled with exhaust fan and cooling pads. Okay, there is a exhaust fan and cooling pad is provided here. Okay, and for better performance, suitable technical designs of the fan should be done. Okay, in case of GH2 type of greenhouse, there is a provision of pad, and this pad is continuous in contact with the water, and this pad is made up of honeycomb material, or structure of that pad is like a honeycomb structure and is made up of material like husk, and whatever the air comes in contact with this pad, that will be cooled and then enters into the greenhouse. Okay, and after absorbing the warm heat from the greenhouse, that is exited with the help of the exhaust fan. Okay, then next type of greenhouse, that is GH3. It is also completely controlled, then double inflated polyfilm is used in this case, then fan and pad system is provided, but with also totally automation is also provided. Okay, then a provision of CO2 or carbon dioxide apparatus is also provided, means controlled CO2 or the apparatus which control the quantity of CO2 in that case. Okay, then computers, exhaust fans, then cooling pads also provided in this case, and greenhouse operation should be automatic, and temperature irrigation control is also automatic. Heating are provided in the winter season. Okay, it means in case of winter season, separate heater system is provided. Okay, in case of GH3, in short, GH3 is fully automatic type of greenhouse. Okay, the next type of greenhouse, that is based on a shape. Okay, so first type, that is lean-to type greenhouse. Okay, this is the figure of lean-to type greenhouse, and it is designed in such a way that the greenhouse is placed against the side of any existing building, side wall of any existing building. Okay, so this design makes the best use of the sunlight and minimize the requirement of the roof supports. Okay, also construction, and the roof of the building is extended with appropriate greenhouse covering material, and the area is properly enclosed. Okay, The next type of greenhouse, that is even span type of greenhouse. In this type, two roof slopes, okay, these two roof slopes of a equal pitch and width, okay, these two roof slopes have the equal pitch and equal width, okay, and this design is used for the greenhouse of small size, and it is constructed on a leveled ground, okay. Several single and multi-span types are available for use in various regions of the India, but for a single span type, the span is generally varies from 5 to 10 meter, 5 to 9 meter. It means the width of that span, that is about 5 to 9 meter, whereas the length is around 24 meter, okay, and the height varies from 2.4 to 4.3 meter, okay. Then the next type, that is uneven span type greenhouse, and this type of greenhouse is constructed on hilly terrain, okay, this is important. Uneven span type of greenhouse is constructed on hilly terrain, and even span type of greenhouse is constructed on level ground, okay, and in this case the roofs are unequal width, okay, roofs are unequal width, and which makes the structure adaptable to the side slopes of the hill, okay, and this type of greenhouse is seldom used nowadays, and as it is not adaptable for the automation, okay, this is important. Uneven span type of greenhouses are not adaptable for the automation, okay. The next type of greenhouse, that is ridge and furrow type greenhouse, and designs of this type use two or more A-frames greenhouses connected to one another along the length of eave, okay, this is like this A-frame type structure in case of ridge and furrow type greenhouses used, and the eave serves as a furrow or gutter to carry the rain and melted snow away, okay. There is the portion between the two roofs, that is called as eave, okay, it forms here, okay, and it extended like this, and that is useful to carry the melted snow or to carry the rain, okay, it acts like a furrow or gutter, okay. Then the side walls are eliminated between the greenhouses, which results in a structure with a single large interior, okay. In this case, the side walls are eliminated, okay, between the greenhouses. Then consolidation of the interior space reduce the labor, then lowers the cost of automation, improves the personal management, and reduces fuel consumption, as there is a less exposed wall area through which heat escapes, okay. In spite of snow loads, then ridge and furrow greenhouses are effectively used in northern countries of Europe, then in Canada, and are well suited to the Indian conditions, okay. Then next type of greenhouse, that is sawtooth type of greenhouse. These are also similar to the ridge and furrow type of greenhouses, except that there is a provision of natural ventilation in case of sawtooth greenhouse, and the shape of the greenhouse like sawtooth, and this is the image of the sawtooth type of greenhouse. And the next type of greenhouse, that is quonset greenhouse. In quonset greenhouse, the pipe arches, means vertical curved structure or trusses, are supported by the pipe purlines running along the length of the greenhouse, okay. The shape of the greenhouse is like vertical arch, so it is called as quonset greenhouse, okay. And in general, the covering material used for this type, that is polythene, okay. And such a greenhouse are typically less expensive than the gutter connected greenhouses, and are useful when small isolated cultural area is required, okay. And these houses are connected either in freestanding style or arranged in an interlocking ridge and furrow style. Okay, for example, like this is interlocking ridge and furrow type of greenhouse. Okay, it's overlaps to each other like this. And freestanding type quonset greenhouse, okay, and interlocking ridge and furrow type of greenhouse. In this case, truss members overlap sufficiently to allow the bed of plants to grow between the overlapping portions of the adjacent houses. Okay. Now, what is meant by truss? Truss, it is the combination of different structural components like chord, rafters, then struts, etc. That will be discussed in later types of the greenhouse. Okay, then remaining topics will be discussed in the next session. So thank you for listening.